Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of podcasts with Ollie and Aiza. How's everyone doing today?
Hi everyone. We're so excited to have you here with us. Today we're going to talk about something really powerful, the mindset that successful people have. And before anyone thinks this is just motivational talk, let me tell you we're going to break down practical ideas that you can actually use in your daily life, whether you're studying, working, or chasing any kind of dream.
Exactly. And as always, we'll be explaining useful vocabulary and expressions along the way. So if you hear a word or phrase that's new to you, don't worry, we'll make sure you understand it. By the way, when we say mindset, we're talking about the way someone thinks about things, their attitude or mental approach to life. It's like the lens through which you see the world.
Perfect explanation. So today's episode is inspired by some fascinating ideas about success, self-belief, and how to actually make things happen in your life. We'll talk about dealing with failure, handling unexpected problems, and why starting is more important than being perfect.
Sounds good. Let's dive right in, shall we?
Alright, so I want to start with this really powerful question that I came across. Who better than me? Think about that for a second. When you have a goal or a dream, when you want to achieve something, ask yourself, who is better suited to do this than me?
Oh, I love this. Because the question itself actually contains the answer, doesn't it? It's almost like a challenge to yourself. You're basically saying, can I name someone who deserves this more than I do? And when you really think about it, the answer is usually no. You deserve success just as much as anyone else on this planet.
That's exactly right. The phrase suited to means appropriate for or right for something. So when we say someone is well suited to a job, we mean they're a good fit for it, they have what it takes. And here's the thing that many people don't realize. The most successful people aren't necessarily more talented or smarter than you or me. What they have is a deep belief that they deserve success.
They have this feeling that success is coming. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it's on its way. Let me give you a really useful phrase here. On its way, or on the way, means something is coming, it's approaching. Like if you order food and the restaurant says, it's on the way, your food is coming to you. So these successful people feel like their breakthrough, their big moment, is on the way.
And this connects to something really interesting called healthy arrogance. Now, before anyone gets worried, this isn't about being rude or thinking you're better than others. Let me explain what this really means.
Please do, because when most people hear the word arrogance, they think of someone who's full of themselves, someone who looks down on others. But that's what we call toxic arrogance. And that's not what we're talking about here.
Exactly. Healthy arrogance is about having confidence in yourself. It's the feeling that you belong in any room you walk into, no matter who else is there. The phrase belong here means you have a right to be there, you deserve to be there. You're not better than everyone else, but you're also not worse. You bring something unique and valuable.
I really like this concept because so many people struggle with what we call imposter syndrome. That's when you feel like you're a fraud, like you don't really deserve to be where you are. You think, any moment now, people will realize I don't belong here. But healthy arrogance fights against that. It says, this room is actually better because I'm in it.
Beautiful. And notice the language there. Better because I'm in it. This doesn't mean you're showing off or being loud about how great you are. It's an internal feeling, something you know inside yourself. You understand that just your presence as a human being has value. You bring your own perspective, your own energy, your own unique contribution.
Now, I want to talk about something that connects to this, which is how we handle rejection. Because let's be honest, everyone faces rejection. You apply for a job and don't get it. You pitch an idea and people say no. You try to start something and it doesn't work out. How do we deal with that?
Well, here's a phrase that can totally change how you see rejection. Rejection is just data. Data means information, facts that you can learn from. So instead of seeing rejection as a personal attack or as proof that you're not good enough, you can see it as information that helps you improve.
That's so practical. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're trying to get your first client for a new business. You talk to 10 people and 9 of them say no. Most people would feel terrible and want to give up. But if you see rejection as data, you can ask yourself, what did I learn from these 9 conversations? What objections did people have? What questions did they ask? The phrase, objections, here means concerns or reasons why someone says no.
Perfect example. And there's actually a great story that illustrates this beautifully. Imagine someone trying to get a famous person to be in their project. The famous person says no. Instead of giving up, this person asks, "Why? What's holding you back?" And then they actually listen to the answer and make changes based on that feedback.
Oh yes, and feedback is such an important word in English. Feedback means comments or reactions that tell you how you're doing. When your boss gives you feedback on your work, or when a friend gives you feedback on an idea, they're giving you information to help you improve. Positive feedback means they liked something, and constructive feedback means suggestions for how to make it better.
Great explanation. So in this story I'm telling, the person kept coming back with improvements each time. Not once, not twice, but 5 times. And on the 6th try, finally, they got a yes. Now, here's what's beautiful about this. Even if they never got that yes, their project was better because they went through the process.
This brings up something really important about goals and how we achieve them. There's this idea of fabricating momentum. To fabricate usually means to make or construct something, and momentum means the force that keeps something moving forward. So fabricating momentum means creating forward movement, even if it's small.
Yes, and here's how it works. Many people set huge goals like, "I want to climb a mountain," or "I want to start $1 million business." These goals are so big that they feel impossible, and so people get paralyzed, they freeze up and don't do anything. The word paralyzed here means unable to move or act, stuck in place.
So instead of focusing on the massive end goal, you break it down into tiny steps. If you want to climb a mountain, step 1 isn't climbing the mountain. Step 1 might be buying proper shoes. Step 2 might be going to see the mountain and taking a picture. These are small actions, but they're movement forward.
And here's the psychological trick. When you complete these small steps, you tell yourself, "I did something. I made progress." The phrase make progress means to move forward, to advance toward your goal. Slow progress is still progress. You're building momentum, and momentum makes the next step easier.
There's another phrase that really captures this idea. If you want to have what others won't, you've got to be willing to do what others don't. Let's break this down because it's a bit complex grammatically. What others won't means the things that other people won't have or achieve. And what others don't means the actions that other people don't take.
So essentially, if you want different results, you need to take different actions. If you do what everyone else is doing, you'll get what everyone else gets. But if you're willing to step outside your comfort zone, and comfort zone means the familiar situations where you feel safe and comfortable. If you're willing to leave that zone and do things others won't do, that's when you can achieve things others won't achieve.
Now, let's talk about something that I think is really encouraging, especially for people who feel like they've wasted time or missed opportunities. There's this concept that your life is like a movie with different acts. The first act is the beginning, the second act is the middle where things develop, and the third act is how you end things.
And here's the key insight. People judge the movie based on how it ends, not how it began. You might watch a movie that starts slowly, maybe it's a bit confusing in the beginning, but if it has an amazing ending, you tell all your friends, "You have to see this movie. It's incredible."
So many of us judge ourselves based on our first act. Maybe we didn't go to the right school, maybe we made mistakes when we were younger, maybe we started late. But none of that matters if your third act is strong. The phrase, "it's never too late," really applies here. It means there's still time, you haven't missed your chance.
Exactly. And if you don't like how things feel right now, that's actually proof that you're not in your third act yet. Your story isn't over. You still have time to change things, to pivot. And pivot is a great word that means to change direction or adjust your approach.
Let's talk about something practical now, preparation versus execution. Preparation means getting ready for something, and execution means actually doing it. Both are important, but here's where people often get stuck.
Oh, this is huge. There's something called preparation paralysis, which means you get so focused on preparing and getting everything perfect that you never actually start. You keep planning, researching, getting more tools or information, but you never take action.
Great term. Let me give you an analogy. An analogy is a comparison that helps explain something. Imagine you want to run a marathon. You might spend weeks choosing the perfect running shoes, the best outfit, getting a fitness tracker, researching nutrition. All of that preparation is good, but none of it matters until you actually start running.
Perfect analogy. Because having a great idea is like having perfect shoes at the starting line of a marathon. Feels good, but it doesn't get you to the finish line. What matters is execution. Actually running the race. And here's something important. It's okay if you don't start perfectly. You don't need to have everything figured out.
This connects to another key phrase, start where you are. This means don't wait for perfect conditions. Don't wait until you move to a different city or have more money or more time. Use what you have right now, where you are right now. The expression, use what you have, means work with your current resources and situation.
And honestly, starting where you are can actually be an advantage. If you're not in the obvious place where everyone goes to do your thing, that makes you different. You're not competing with everyone else in the same crowded space. You can stand out more easily.
Now, let's discuss something about handling disasters or unexpected problems. Because in life, things go wrong. Maybe you're organizing an event and something unexpected happens. Maybe you're at work and there's a crisis. How do you handle it?
The key is to focus on what you can control. When something goes wrong, immediately ask yourself, what can I control right now? You can't control what already happened. That's in the past. But you can control your response, your next action.
And there's this great phrase, keep the main thing the main thing. This means stay focused on your primary goal, your most important priority. When everything is chaotic and multiple problems are happening, you identify the most important thing and focus there.
And sometimes the main thing is you. What we mean is sometimes taking care of yourself, protecting your energy, that becomes the priority. Because if you're not okay, you can't help anyone else or accomplish anything else. The phrase protect your energy means guard your emotional and mental strength. Don't let it get drained by things that don't matter.
Speaking of energy, let's talk about the people around you. There's this idea that you should choose your cast. And cast here means the actors in a movie, but in life it means the people you surround yourself with, your circle of friends and colleagues.
This is so important. People in your life are either adding to your energy or draining it. They're either helping you move toward your goals or holding you back. Now, I want to be clear. This doesn't mean you drop everyone who's going through a hard time. It means being aware of relationships that are consistently negative, where someone is always bringing you down or making you doubt yourself.
Good clarification. The phrase, bring someone down, means to make them feel sad, discouraged, or less confident. So if someone is constantly bringing you down, that relationship might not be healthy for you. On the other hand, people who lift you up, meaning they encourage you and make you feel more capable, those are the people you want around you.
Absolutely. And remember, your success is connected to the people around you. The most successful people have a supportive community. Community means a group of people who share something in common and support each other. Your community might be your family, your friends, colleagues, or even an online group of people with similar goals.
Okay, everyone, now we want to make this practical for you. We've covered so many useful phrases today, so let's practice a few together. I'll say a phrase, and I want you to repeat it out loud. Ready?
Don't be shy. Speaking out loud really helps you learn. Okay, first phrase. Who better than me? Go ahead and say it. Who better than me?
Great. Next one. I belong here. This is what you tell yourself when you walk into any room or situation. I belong here.
Excellent. How about this one? Rejection is just data. Say it with us. Rejection is just data.
Now let's practice a longer phrase. If you want to have what others won't, you've got to be willing to do what others don't. Take your time with this one. If you want to have what others won't, you've got to be willing to do what others don't.
Perfect. And here's one more. It's never too late. Simple but powerful. It's never too late.
Now, we want you to think about your own life. What's one small step you can take today toward a goal you have? Remember, we talked about fabricating momentum, creating small wins. What's your step one?
Maybe it's sending one email. Maybe it's making one phone call. Maybe it's spending 30 minutes learning something new. Whatever it is, commit to doing it today. The verb commit means to promise or dedicate yourself to something.
Wow, we've covered so much ground today. Let's quickly recap the main ideas. We talked about asking yourself, who better than me? To build confidence. We discussed healthy arrogance, knowing you belong in any room. We learned that rejection is just data that helps you improve.
We also talked about fabricating momentum by taking small steps, the importance of execution over preparation, and how it's never too late to create a strong third act in your life. We discussed handling unexpected disasters by focusing on what you can control, and we emphasized the importance of choosing your circle wisely.
And remember, start where you are. You don't need to be in a special place or have special resources. Use what you have right now. Be a doer, not just a talker. Actions matter more than words.
Before we go, I want to leave you with one final thought. There is not a single person on this planet who is more deserving of success than you are. Not one. It doesn't matter how famous they are, how rich they are, or how successful they seem. You deserve success just as much as anyone else.
And success isn't just about money or fame. It's about defining what success means to you and working toward that. Maybe success for you is being a good parent. Maybe it's mastering a skill. Maybe it's building something you're proud of. Whatever it is, it's valid and you can achieve it.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. We hope you learned some useful vocabulary and phrases, but more importantly, we hope you feel inspired to take action on your dreams.
Remember, we're here every week to help you improve your English while discussing interesting topics. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. And keep practicing your English. The more you use it, the better you'll get.
Until next time, keep asking yourself, who better than me? And keep taking those small steps forward. You've got this.